The whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I have been open in all my relationships that I've had. All of them.
Well,
I probably have 4 boyfriends online so far.
Why is Remy putting Pap P.O. in lockdown while this man is essentially pleading for a divorce and she refuses to sign the paperwork?
Just I don't know.
The situation has gotten so terrible that Claressa Shields is prepared to enter the ring in order to provide her with some realistic perspective. It's no longer simply about love.
Surprised when Papoose wanted to marry you? After you guys sent this, because you just knew he was, you just knew he was on it.
Nah.
And I thought that was like a real stand-up thing to do.
He's one of a kind. I could definitely see.
Even as she's currently out here stacking her bread and cuddling up to the black captain, who has already gone on with 2 younger girls, let's not forget that this man kept her down when she was confined, upheld her reputation, and remained true. Rumor has it that that alimony bag would be of interest to Pap. Because Remy believes Claressa Shields is lying, she still won't let Papoose go. Let's begin. Claressa has been expressing her love for Pap in the most obvious manner imaginable. After she shared a birthday message on Instagram, everyone was buzzing.
I don't know.
They're both nice.
They both
but
nice.
It would have to be new lyrics now. Right? Because Joe can't keep doing pump.
She wrote a letter to a man. Cheers to your birthday. May God grant you many more years and even faster hands since you're receiving all of your birthday punches today. Happy birthday, King. She was obviously in a lot of agony from those birthday punches, even though that was cute. I sincerely appreciate your life, love, guidance, laughter, and music. You truly are one of a kind.
Touchdown today. You ready? There you go.
Despite all of that love, Pap hasn't proposed yet since Remy is out there playing hide and seek with those divorce papers. Please be aware that Pap has made numerous requests for this divorce and has discussed it with others.
Go. Besides the great performances, it was like one small, tiny, itsy-bitsy incident with Ra and one of Yandy's friends, but it was nothing.
Trying to sweep someone under the rug?
It was like one little fight. Nowhere near me, like a football field away.
But every time Remy makes more trouble, the receipts are always obvious. Remember when Remy told you about the texts Claressa and Pap were exchanging? The tea was hot, and Claressa was upset that Pap hadn't told her that he had made it home safely. She maintained her candor by saying, "You are the one who is married, so if you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know that you made it home safely." Remy wasn't finished, though. She also claimed to have videos of Pap acting violently and that he had threatened to call the police on her.
Pisces, I love really, really, really hard. But I'm happy to, love somebody who want to, love somebody back. You know what I'm saying? He is just such a sweetheart. Ain't nobody tell him to tie my goddamn boot either, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he laced it right. It was so fun.
Still, Remy isn't going to give up. Pap quickly ended things and disputed all of the charges, even though he admitted that Remy is upset because he moved on, and let's face it, she cheated on him first. 2023 Christmas, remember the rap fight where Remy admitted to being a block captain fan? Simple? Even if you're out here claiming another man, why won't you let Pap go? Hold on, there have been more awkward moments involving Claressa and Pap. With their recent lavish Valentine's Day trip to Hawaii, where everyone could see their love up close, they set significant relationship goals. Oh, they were living life to the fullest, enjoying the sun, the ocean, and themselves. And Pap wasn't just sitting around. He was out there starting the inaugural Hawaii Fest. Pap spends time posting on Threads to update everyone on the status of his business, which he works on continuously. This year, we broke every prior record, and the show was amazing, with many famous people in attendance.
The two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Okay, so Mr. Pap was out here guarding the bags, and Claressa was out here securing hearts. She even shared out of herself and her partner on the beach to show what true love looks like. However, things are about to become serious, so wait. Rumor has it that Pap spent months organizing this amorous getaway. The original plan was for him to pop the question to Claressa on Valentine's Day, marking the official start of their relationship. Who could you imagine with Remy? She kept putting things off, which ruined the entire plan. Imagine Hawaii, the ocean breeze, the ideal proposal, and the love in the air. But guess who had to step in and ruin it? Remy. She admits that because she wasn't with her new partner, Easy, the block leader, she's out here playing games and locking Pat up. Since JY is still getting the same amount of love and support as before, let's face it, she is experiencing something. The way Remy is holding on to this marriage shows what you are terrified of. Rumor has it that Remy is reluctant to sign the divorce papers because, let's be honest, she doesn't give a damn that Pap will get the alimony money. Watching him turn around and show out for another lady like that must have been painful, especially since Claressa's boxing match as she was heading to the ring represented a whole different kind of love and support. I'd like to pay those dollars. After a divorce, the financially weaker partner typically is entitled to spousal support, also known as alimony, since the other partner makes significantly more money. Let's not pretend differently. Pap was the one who held it down for all those years. The length of the marriage, the significant pay difference, and who contributed what during the partnership are some of the important factors that the courts consider when determining alimony. Since Pap is right in this case, it's not apparent if Remy is staying with him out of love or only to have her money in her pocket. Fling. They were together for 11 years, more than 10. They broke up in 2023 after dating since 2004 and being married in 2008. The strange part is that they weren't your normal couple because they were practically married when Remy was incarcerated. If not that, what is dedication? Keep in mind that Pap supported her during the entire ordeal. When Remy was imprisoned in 2008, Pap was there, and he stayed until 2014. They even celebrated their love with a televised wedding ceremony in. Their daughter, Reminisce Mackenzie, was born in 2018. Given that Pap helped Remy get through some of the most difficult periods in her life, let's talk about money when deciding who should get support now that they are considering a divorce. This is where things become really complicated, and Pap is correct. When Remy receives the divorce papers, she knows that Pap would most likely be receiving alimony because her estimated net worth is $4 million, which is much more than Pap's. Remy's wealth is largely derived from her record-breaking reality TV sales, appearances, apparel line, and 2006 publication of her debut album. Remy was still relevant even though she didn't become as well known as some of her peers. She was nominated for 4 BET Awards and won one for Best Female Hip Hop Artist. But let's be honest, she was putting out mixtapes while she was inside bars. And guess who was out there making money off of them? When she was unable to maintain her reputation, he did it for her. When she was finally free in 2014, she and Pap used VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York to showcase their love story on a small screen. They went on to land other spin-offs, but who was there to ensure those TV deals continued to come in? People were paying attention to Pap because he was more than simply a supporting character. He was essential to the plot, covering their love, hardships, and family. When Remy unveiled the Remy Ma line in 2018, it was inevitable that another bag would be released. But guess what? It was Remy, not Pap, who was the star of the presentation. Pap made the smart decision to support imprisoned women and their families by donating a portion of the profits. However, let's not pretend that Pap wasn't also promoting that brand. He was attending events wearing the men's clothing to ensure that people saw it and to generate a lot of attention for the line. Remy's funds were being utilized for the kind of advertising that businesses pay famous influencers to do. Remy's teenage son, Jason Scott, was not left alone throughout her incarceration. Without hesitation, Pap stepped up and took on the enormous duty of being a father figure when Remy was unable to be there. However, things take a deadly turn after Remy is released from prison. In connection with the horrifying event that took place in Queens, New York, in 2021, her son Jason was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and other major offenses. It's a regrettable circumstance, but it only highlights the amount of stability Pap was providing while Remy was away. It is impossible to understand the fact that he was taking care of her child and keeping things together. He was doing more than just keeping the house in order. When we discuss this divorce and the reasons for her tardiness, it seems like Remy is aware that Pap has a strong case for alimony. But what about Claressa? You are well aware of her dissatisfaction with everything, and Remy is delaying and ruining her wedding plans. I'm not the kind to remain silent when things aren't going well, and this isn't a casual relationship. They're stranded now, but they're not playing games. Claressa is totally loyal. She views Pap as her king and loves him unconditionally. Since Pap is still legally married to another woman, Claressa is unable to even move forward with him. How long does she have to wait? Imagine being prepared to begin a new life with someone but being blocked from doing so by a huge obstacle. That barrier, known as Remy Ma, is still simmering in the background, which exacerbates the situation. It's frustrating, clumsy, and exhausting, and you have to wonder how much longer Claressa will tolerate this before demanding some real answers and action. Whether Remy is still with Pap because she truly loves him or whether it's just a ruse to get the alimony check she knows is coming is the true question. Let's face it, any woman in Claressa's position would be furious for a brief moment. Conduct. And what about Claressa? Will she truly put up with all this drama, or will she give up and leave? More importantly, how much longer should Pap wait for Remy to let him go? Please leave a remark below with your ideas. To make sure you don't miss this tea, click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications while you're at it. And before you even consider leaving, watch the next movie that shows up on your screen. I promise you won't want to go, and it's even dirtier than this. If you could tell me what you think by leaving a remark, it would be greatly appreciated. To ensure you don't miss this, click like and subscribe while you're at it. You should also turn on notifications. Don't even consider leaving just yet because the next video on your screen is even dirtier than this one. You should not miss it. But more importantly, how long must Pap wait for Remy to let him go?